Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 17th and 18th of July 2024. Yesterday I was on leave because of Muharram festival, but nothing to worry about. Whatever we had missed would be covered today only, okay? In the next slide, first of all, we will see the answers of the homework quiz. First question was, recently who has been appointed as the head coach of the Indian men's cricket team? This is very famous Gautam Gambhir. Okay, Gautam Gambhir has been appointed as the head coach of Indian men's cricket team. Who has been chosen as India's chef de mission for the 2024 Olympics? This is Gagan Narang. Recently, former Chief Justice of India UU Lalit has been appointed as the head of panel for appointment of vice chancellors in which Indian state? This is the West Bengal state. Recently, where was the 25th Prime Minister Science, Technology, Innovation Advisory Council meeting held? This meeting took place in New Delhi. And last question was, recently the Border Security Force collaborated with which bank for the tree plantation drive known as Grow With The Trees in Srinagar? This is the State Bank of India. Okay. Now let's start with our session. The very first question is, recently who won the bronze medal in the Shotgun Junior World Cup in Italy? So this is India's Sabira Harris. She won the bronze medal in the women's trap event at the ISSF Junior World Cup that took place in Italy. Okay, and she has shot down 29 out of 40 targets. Also, Kare Garrison, who's from US, took gold with 40 out of 50 targets, and Sophia Gori has earned the silver medal with 39 hits. Okay, from India, the Indian shooters Bhavya Tripathi and Raj Kuvar Ingle finished 26th and 33rd respectively. Okay, simply we have to remember that Sabira Harris has won the bronze medal in the Shotgun Junior World Cup, the venue of which was Italy. Okay. Next question is, which state government has recently decided to ban the sale of high caffeine energy drinks near the school? This is the state government of Maharashtra. Maharashtra has decided to ban the sale of high caffeine energy drinks within 500 meters of school, and Maharashtra announced this decision to protect the student health by limiting the caffeine intake. Okay, so a directive will ensure swift enforcement and a comprehensive list of banned drinks will be circulated. The basic aim here is to create healthier environment for the students and mitigate the adverse effects of excessive caffeine consumption. Okay, so Maharashtra government has decided to ban the sale of high caffeine energy drinks near the school. Now these days Mumbai was in news. Why? Because Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently visited Mumbai to launch and lay the foundation stone for the projects worth over 29,400 crore rupees. Okay, so the key projects include, for example, Thane to Borivali tunnel and the Goregaon to Mulund link road, and the Thane Borivali tunnel, which cost nearly 16,600 crore rupees, will connect the Western Express highway at Borivali to Thane Godbundar road. Okay, so it would reduce the journey by 12 kilometers and it would save about 1 hour of travel time. Okay, you can be simply asked that Thane to Borivali tunnel project that was recently seen in the news because of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is associated with which Indian state? Your answer would be Maharashtra. Okay. Next question is, Jimmy Anderson, who recently announced his retirement from international cricket, belongs to which country? So Jimmy Anderson, who is one of the cricket's greats, retired from international cricket on 12th of July after England has defeated the West Indies by an innings and 114 runs. Okay, so Jimmy Anderson, who is a right arm fast bowler, retired as the highest wicket taker among the fast bowlers with 704 wickets in 188 test matches. He played 21 years. With this, he became the second most capped test player after Sachin Tendulkar. Okay, So Jimmy Anderson has recently announced his retirement from international cricket and he is from England. C option is the right answer. Next question is, Patriot air defense system recently mentioned in the news was developed by which country? Here answer would be USA. The US and its allies will deliver 5 additional air defense systems, including this Patriot missile batteries, to the country Ukraine. Okay. So talking about Patriot air defense system, it is an all-weather surface-to-air missile defense system against the ballistic missiles, cruise missiles and advanced aircraft. It is the US Army's most advanced air defense system, which is operated by multiple countries, and the mobile system includes a radar, a control station, a launch stations with a range of over 150 kilometers and high altitude interception capabilities. Okay, so Patriot air defense system was in news these days and it was developed by USA. Now these days Pakke Tiger Reserve is also in news. Can you tell me it lies in which Indian state? So it lies in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, why this tiger reserve came into news? Because here a 4-month-old Asiatic bear cub was rescued in the Lohit district and transferred to the Center for Bear Rehabilitation and Conservation in this Pakke Tiger Reserve. Okay, so Pakke Tiger Reserve lies in the Arunachal Pradesh East Kamen district and it features diverse habitat. Basically it is a transition zone between Indian and the Malayan ecoregions with elevations from 100 to 2000 meters. Okay, so you have to only remember that the location of Pakke Tiger Reserve is Arunachal Pradesh. Next question is, NAVIC, formerly known as the Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System, recently seen in the news, developed by which organization? Actually DRDO has tasked a Bangalore firm with developing a receiver chip for this Indian navigation system NAVIC that was created by the ISRO. Okay, so NAVIC is Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System that consists of 7 satellites providing precise positioning and timing information in across India and 1500 kilometers beyond. Okay, so it offers the services for civilian and the defense use with accuracy better than 10 meters in India. And the NAVIC signals are compatible with other global navigation systems, like for example there is GPS, then BDO, etc. Okay, so it was created by ISRO. Answer is A option. Next is, recently which organization announced 750 crore rupees AgriSure fund to promote innovation in agriculture? This is NABARD, that is A option. NABARD has announced the AgriSure fund to support the startups and the rural enterprises in agriculture, and this is a 750 crore rupees fund with contributions from NABARD, Ministry of Agriculture and other institutions. It will back 85 agri startups with investments up to 25 crore rupees each. Okay, so AgriSure focuses on innovation, technology, and it enhances the value chain. It creates the rural linkages and it generates the employment. Also it supports the farmers producer organization, that is FPOs, and NAB Ventures will manage the fund. Okay, so NABARD has announced 750 crore rupees AgriSure fund to promote innovation in the field of agriculture. Now apart from it, recently the World Bank has also approved some amount for India. What is this amount? $1.5 billion. Why? For developing Indian low carbon energy sector, and similar loan was given by World Bank in the year 2023 as well. Okay, so the low carbon energy sector include the fuels like hydrogen and the biofuels which emit less carbon than fossil fuels. India aims for net zero carbon emissions by the end of 2070, and it is supported by the initiatives like for example National Green Hydrogen Mission, which uses the renewable energy for hydrogen production. Okay, you can be asked that recently which organization has approved $1.5 billion loan to India to develop the country's low carbon energy sector? Here answer would be World Bank. Okay, the next question is, which institution recently released the 4th edition of SDG, means Sustainable Development Goal India Index 2023 to 24? This is Niti Aayog, that is B option. Niti Aayog has released the 4th edition of the SDG India Index and it examines the progress in across 113 indicators for all the states and the union territories. India's composite score improved from 65 in 2022 to 21 up to 71 in 2023 to 24, with significant advancement in goals 1, 8 and 13. Okay, so 32 states and union territories are classified as the front runners, while Uttarakhand and Kerala has topped the list with the scores of 79. Chandigarh is the leading union territory. Okay, so Niti Aayog has released the 4th edition of SDG India Index 2023 to 24. The next question is, Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve, recently seen in the news due to vulture conservation, is located in which Indian state? So a recent study reveals a lack of awareness regarding the vulture conservation in the key habitats of Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve in the state of Tamil Nadu, and it was established in the year 2013, and it connects with Mudumalai and the Bandipur Tiger Reserves. Okay, also it features diverse forest. It is home to notable wildlife like elephants, tigers and the sloth bears, and the key concerns for the reserve include sandalwood smuggling and poaching, which threaten its ecological balance and conservation effort. Okay, so what is the location of Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve? It lies in the state of Tamil Nadu. Similarly, you can be asked about one of the nuclear power plant, that is Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Can you tell me it is located in which country? So it lies in Ukraine. Okay, and why it was in news? Because the United Nations General Assembly has adopted a resolution recently on safety and security of nuclear facilities of Ukraine, including this Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, and it condemns the Russian attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure, highlighting the risk of nuclear accident. Okay, so the resolution also reinforces existing international protocols prohibiting attacks on nuclear installations and emphasizes emergency preparedness and response measures. Okay, so what is the location of Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant? It lies in Ukraine. Which state government has recently launched the IT Saksham Yuva Scheme 2024? Here correct answer would be Haryana state, that is the option. Haryana government has launched the IT Saksham Yuva Scheme 2024. Why? To empower the youth and create jobs for 5,000 individuals in its first phase. Okay, so it is the part of Mission 60,000, and the basic aim here is to employ at least 60,000 young people from poor families. Graduates and postgraduates with IT backgrounds will complete a 3-month course leading to placements in various state departments and private entities. So this initiative focuses on fostering a skilled workforce for economic growth. Okay, so Haryana state government has recently launched the IT Saksham Yuva Scheme 2024. Also these days Henle Valley is in news. You can be asked about its location. So Henle Valley lies in Ladakh. Okay, actually the Himalayan mountains are ecologically sensitive and culturally they are very rich. Still they are politically overlooked, and in Ladakh irresponsible tourism and rash development threatens the unique wildlife adapted to extreme condition, right? So this Henle Valley, which lies near the Indo-China border, is home to threatened species, many of the threatened species actually, like snow leopard and black-necked crane, and conservation efforts are vital to protect this fragile ecosystem. Simply you have to remember the location of Henle Valley. It lies in Ladakh. The next one is, recently the government has decided to observe which day as Samvidhan Hatya Divas every year? This is an extremely important question, and now the government will observe 25th of June as Samvidhan Hatya Divas to commemorate the 1975 emergency that was imposed by the former Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Okay, so this period saw widespread suspension of the fundamental rights. Also, it leads to detention of opposition leaders and press censorship, and the 38th Amendment Act made emergency declarations immune to judicial review, which is a provision later revoked by the 44th Amendment Act in the year 1978. So this day honors those special personalities who suffered during this serious time in Indian history. Okay, so now the government has decided to observe 25th of June as Samvidhan Hatya Divas every year. Next is, which institution recently developed an artificial intelligence tool for the blind and the visually impaired to access chart images in collaboration with the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, Germany. This is IIIT Allahabad. Experts from IIIT Allahabad in collaboration with the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology, Germany developed a tool for blind and visually impaired individuals to create and access the chart images. This AI-based software generates the alternative text for the images, which enhances their accessibility. And this research was presented at an international conference that took place in Austria. Okay, so here correct answer is B option, IIIT Allahabad. Next is, recently which country carried out two separate quantum navigation tests, one aboard a Royal Navy ship and another on a small jet plane? This is United Kingdom. United Kingdom recently conducted quantum navigation test on a Royal Navy ship and a small jet plane. Quantum navigation tracks the single atoms under cryogenic conditions within each vehicle, making it resistant to jamming and signal drift. So unlike the global navigation satellite system like a GPS, the quantum navigation is unjammable, but it requires ultra cold atoms and sizable equipment, which limits its immediate replacement of GNSS. Okay, so here correct answer is A option, UK. Now these days the e-office platform is in news. Can you tell me what is the function of e-office platform? So Government of India plans to implement the e-office platform in across 133 offices as part of its 100-day agenda to streamline the operations and enhance the efficiency. Okay, so Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions spearheads this initiative along with National Informatics Center as the knowledge partner, and key components include, for example, the fire management system, e-file, knowledge management system, work from anywhere portal, then there is a smart performance appraisal report recording online window, that is a Sparrow. Okay, so what is the primary objective of e-office platform? Basic function is to streamline the operations and enhance the efficiency. Okay, next question is, recently which country secured their second consecutive Copa America championship by defeating the country Colombia? This is the country Argentina. Argentina won their 16th Copa America title by defeating Colombia in the finals, and this finals held at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And this tournament was hosted by the USA for the second time. It featured total 16 teams, and this victory marked Argentina's consecutive Copa America win, and it added to their 2022 FIFA World Cup victory. Okay, so here correct answer is A option, Argentina. Now these days the 2024 Wimbledon tennis championships was in news. Can you tell me who has won the men's single title in this championship? So winner was Carlos Alcaraz. Okay, he is from the country Spain, and he has won the men's singles title at the 2024 Wimbledon tennis championship. And if we talk about the women's category, the winner was Barbora Krejcikova. She is from Czech Republic. Okay, so both of these questions are important. Recently, Khadga Prasad Sharma Oli has become the Prime Minister of which country? So KP Sharma Oli was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Nepal for the 4th time on 15th of July 2024 by the President Ramchandra Paudel. Okay, so KP Sharma Oli leads a coalition government after the fall of Pushpa Kamal Dahal Prachand's government, and as per the Nepal's constitution, the new government must seek a vote of confidence from the lower house within 30 days. Okay, Oli's previous terms were in 2015 to 16, then again in 2018 to 21, and then in 2021. Okay, so KP Sharma Oli has become the Prime Minister of Nepal. Next is, India will host the first World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit in which state from November 20 to 24, 2024. So India will host the first World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit in Goa from 20 to 24th of November 2024. And this announcement was made by the Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw and Goa Chief Minister Pramod Sawant. Vaishnaw has emphasized the government's commitment to support the media and entertainment sector And basic aim here is to make India a global content creation hub through supportive policies and strong intellectual property rights. Okay, so India will host the first WAVES summit in Goa state in the month of November. Now next is, which state's natural farming model won the 2024 Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity? This is the state of Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh community managed the natural farming initiative and it has won the 2024 Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity. Okay, so this prize honors the contributions to global food security, climate resilience and economic protection, and the award jury was chaired by former German Chancellor Angela Merkel. Okay, so Andhra Pradesh natural farming model has won the 2024 Gulbenkian Prize for Humanity. Next is, Mahabodhi temple complex recently seen in the news is located in which Indian state? It lies in the state of Bihar, and the geospatial analysis using the satellite images and ground surveys has revealed huge architectural wealth that are buried in the Mahabodhi temple complex that lies in Bodh Gaya, Bihar. Okay, so this temple is a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well since 2002, and it marks the Lord Buddha's enlightenment spot. It was built by Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BC, and the current structure dates to 5th and 6th centuries. Also, it is a key example of early brick architecture and sculpture relief. Okay, so Mahabodhi temple complex is located in the state of Bihar. Similarly, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has inaugurated the Pradhan Mantri Colleges of Excellence in 55 districts of Madhya Pradesh state. He congratulated the state for being the first to implement the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's new education policy, and also he highlighted Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision for India to excel globally by the end of 2047, where he emphasized about the new education policy that was introduced in the year 2020. Also, he praised Madhya Pradesh as the first state to implement this policy and its initiative to translate engineering and medical curriculum into the local language that would help many students, right? So you can be asked that recently Union Home Minister has inaugurated the PM College of Excellence in which Indian state? Your answer would be Madhya Pradesh. Fine. Next is, the Asur community recently seen in the news primarily resides in which Indian state? Asur community is PVTG, means particularly vulnerable tribal group. It resides in Jharkhand state, and they will soon receive the benefits under the Forest Rights Act. Okay, so they have a population of around 23,000 as per the 2011 census. They are traditionally iron smelters and now primarily cultivators. They speak the Asur language, which is the part of Munda family, and they claim to be descent from ancient Asuras known for metal craft. Okay, so Asur community primarily resides in the state of Jharkhand. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. Before concluding, let me tell you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series on GK Today Android application. So if you want the PDF of this lecture, you can subscribe to that course with a very nominal fees. Okay, now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.